did say that the government of Alex Otti, the current administration, will be rolling out what they have termed to be interest-free loan to about 9,200 Abians. Today, Thursday, being 11th of July 2024, that launch will be taking place, and that will form our conversation as we look at the launching of interest-free loans for 9,200 Abians today, issues and concerns. We'll try to look at this particular development circumspectively to know if actually it will serve the actual interest of the people. You're welcome to the program. My name is Moses Ben. Ike Ogbonaya. It's good to have you join Standpoint today.
Good morning, Mr. Moses Ben.
Thank you, thank you. Okomadu is just laughing at you somewhere.
You're vibrating this morning, though.
It has to be so.
I see a lot of life. I'm so excited. You know,
there are times that you just let go worries.
I tell you,
just free, just flow.
I'm so excited. You're just vibrating. This is beautiful, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you.
well, thank you very much. It's good to have our wonderful listeners out there. Always a pleasure to interact with them, and thank God that our feedbacks have been positive, and then we're getting very positive feedbacks with what we're doing here. So we're not wasting our time. We appreciate you. It's a beautiful day.
All right, the microphone will be quite up. I will be open rather on time. The conversation is all about you. We are talking about interest-free loan to 9,200 Abians. We must look at this squarely so that at the end of the day, the objective will not be defeated, number one. Number two, who will be participating in this particular initiative by this government? It's a very big issue today on our table. Incorruptible Sam, it's good to have you join the program.
Yeah, good morning to you, Moses Ben.
Thank you.
In as much as today's episode actually might be dusty, especially when the government, we need to actually pay attention to us. But Thursday, throwback Thursday.
Okay.
Today on Throwback Thursday, well, the worries of Nigerians, the worries of Incorruptible Sam. Though I don't know how true this is, but I saw a post somewhere that in 1975, now 1,700 naira was able to get a car, a Mitsubishi car. But now, 2024,
You can't buy a loaf of bread.
1,800 naira for the
that post
jumbo
has been
bread.
trending.
It doesn't trend. You can't buy a loaf of bread.
You can't buy a loaf of bread. It's as bad as that.
That is the sad situation we are in. And so bad. And we try as much as the other day I talked about 10,000 naira in 2012 and compared to 80,000 naira now. And we are still, living, making it look as if there is nothing wrong there. Whereas the pain is really on us. Even in 1975, 1,700 was that big to get a car. And now 1,700 cannot get you a jumbo size of bread. There is a problem. But anyway, Nigeria, the federal government meeting the labor anyway. Maybe as time goes on, we'll talk about that. We are here to do what we know how to do best, which is to X-ray the issues. We talk about them without looking anybody's face. In fact, we help the government if they will pay attention
We
to
do.
that. Both the federal
If for that
and
one,
the
I
state.
concur.
We help the government because what we do here, we do it with passion. And we try as much as possible because we also contribute our own quota. During one weather training or you read mass comm in the higher institution, one way or the other, they will tell you how important we are. If not that, unfortunately, some politicians don't know how important media, maybe they know, but knowing that media will hit them hard anywhere they are not getting it right, they try as much as possible to be our friends the wrong way. Because to be frank, the media I saw years ago is not the media I'm seeing now. Where you also talk as a media person, your fellow media people will come asking you, calm down, relax. He shouldn't have asked that question. Years ago, we saw a video where a media person asked, I've forgotten his name right now, a politician who is funding your trips lately. The man became angry. He boldly told the media person that, don't worry, I will call your Oga. You must be sacked. he will be sacked, because he asked the question as a media person. And I hope we will all rise up, whether you are for or against. But as far as the mic is on, you do your job. Like I said, I personally voted this current administration. But if they go wrong...
you've said that several times.
Yes, I know why I'm saying it.
Yeah, and I believe in your dominance.
I know why I'm saying it. Because if anywhere they get it wrong, Incorruptible Sam will be the first person to talk about it. That's what media used to be. And I want it to continue that way. That's one of the things that motivated us to join this industry. Not because there is money. I will say it again. Not because there is money. But because we wanted to remain on the truth. The name Incorruptible Sam didn't start this 2024. Something gave birth to this name.
I see.
So when people say...
There's a mystery around that
Yes,
name, Incorruptible Sam. Because if the likes of Chikwe Odensi, security experts, politicians could be appeared whenever you call that name.
Seriously,
it means that there's a mystery.
I chose...
We have agreed to...
You understand?
To register
So, it is what it is. So, on this topic today, the government, if they are listening to our analysis, they should pay attention, because it will be the angle that will help them, not the angle that will pain them.
Precisely. Thank you so much. We have other issues that we are tracking before we come down to the launching of interest-free loans for about 9,200 Abians today. Issues and concern. Yesterday, the ECOWAS court came up to say that federal government of Nigeria, you are guilty of rights of violations. Tracking the matter back to the NSAS in 2020. We'll touch on that. But let us also concentrate on this development. President Bola Tinubu has announced the creation of the Federal Ministry of Livestock Development in a move expected to end the perennial clashes between pastoralists and farmers. Tinubu approved the creation of the ministry when he inaugurated the Presidential Committee on Livestock Reforms at the Council Chamber of the State House in Abuja. Yesterday, after the FEC meeting, or during the FEC meeting, they also ratified this particular development. Nigeria has been locked in years of conflict when it comes to farmers' herders clashes across the federation, most especially within the North Central. You can see it also even in the southeast. I cannot take that away. But an excited Tinubu believes the creation of the ministry will resolve the lingering impasse. This is a development. Your reaction to this, Ike?
Yeah, well, the issue of herders farmers clash, it was actually a strange news that occupied the public domain during the era of Buhari. Before Buhari, it has never been there. Nobody has ever been bothered about that. All these cattle rearers, they've always been rearing their cattle peacefully and with the normal staff they use. Up until...
I can remember that staff.
Yes.
You will just see it, they will be flaunting it everywhere.
They hang it on their shoulders and be walking quietly. And even when they try to maybe somehow encroach into your farm and you raise any alarm, they will apologize and redirect their cow to other areas. But during the era of Buhari, we saw a different scenario where cattle rearers now started wielding AK-47, and before you knew it, it was like a joke, and it became a national challenge. They got involved all over the place, started wielding guns. If you talk, they'll just kill you, waste you in the farm and all that. Well,
and they even make the guns obvious now.
Yes,
you see they hang it everywhere.
They display it openly. They display it openly for you to know that they are in charge. So at that point, we now started looking at we started wondering, well, maybe the Buhari wanted to promote the interests of the Fulanese, and that's exactly what we saw. That was what played out. Well, God helped us. Everybody tried to tolerate it, and now Tinubu. I don't have anything against making effort to end the Fulani the herders farmers clash, but then creating a ministry for it, I don't think it is necessary, because for me this is multiplicity. You already have excess ministries.
Does it mean that the Ministry of Agriculture and
Ministry of Agriculture
and food security, as he has created, will not be able to handle this issue?
What you would have done would have been to let it be a department in Ministry of Agriculture. Then fund it very well, let it be well organized, and they can handle it. why would you need to create a full-fledged ministry? All because the Mieti allies demanded for it. You understand? They demanded for a ministry that will handle this matter. So for me, I don't think it is necessary. You should have just directed this case, to a department in Ministry of Agriculture, and then they will tackle it. They will, give it all the necessary attention that it requires. You are talking about, because right now that you're forming or creating a ministry, remember what goes with it. You will give them all the paraphernalia of office. You understand?
Budget will come
in, all manner of things, and before you know it, another money will be wasted in that direction. That would have been channeled to other areas of need. You're talking about a country that is grappling with all manner of economic challenges, and you are busy creating ministries upon ministries. It is not necessary. It's a wastage of funds, because that department would have been, strengthened.
Don't you think from this angle also, Ike, that the creation of these livestock development ministry would channel or propel acute attention to issues that have to do with these herders, how to rear your cattle and all of that? Even the proposed legislation that are on there would be able to be managed under this ministry.
Are we saying that if it's a department, all this will not be done? Are we saying that if a department of whatever you call it in Ministry of Agriculture cannot be made to function effectively and deliver results? Must we create a ministry where you now have a minister
to oversee the activities of that ministry?
You probably have maybe another deputy minister or minister of state. And that's what we have these days. It was during this Buhari that I started hearing minister of state. That's minister, deputy minister. It's not like in the state where you have a commissioner and deputy commissioner. I mean, these things, for me, they are absurdities. It's not necessary. I feel, because we are trying to conserve funds. Bear in mind that this government is busy borrowing. Tomorrow they will also be included in the borrowing spree. We are busy borrowing. Yesterday we talked about the NNPC trying to borrow $2 billion. I mean, so is it necessary? Why don't you allow it to be a department? And you could have a director or whatever. It's possible. They say that where there is a will, there's a way. Make up your mind to make it function. Must you adhere to the instructions or the directive of Mieti Allah? Because this is only heeding to their demand. They demanded for a ministry, and he has given it to them. Tomorrow, another group will demand for a ministry, and he give it to them. Instead of you sitting back and say, look, no, we are going to tackle this farmers, herders challenge. And a department, that department is already sitting in Ministry of Agriculture. So you are now making it a full-fledged ministry. Strengthen that department and let them function, and they'll give you a result. That's the way I feel about it.
And also the government has come up to say that we are talking about the availability of, let's say, protein and then meat across the federation, that instigated also because the president met with stakeholders in this field. I believe that was their position, the government's position, to make these things available for Nigerians.
Yes. So I still insist that as a department, all that you are reading out, all you are talking about will still have been achieved. Not because it doesn't have to be a full-fledged ministry for us to achieve this. For me, because we already have too many ministries. He is a man that I understand that was trying to prune down ministries. Now, what have we achieved by the creation of this other ministry? So you're going back to square one, So it is not necessary, absolutely not necessary, because we are supposed to see Buhari to be conserving funds. He's living.
Tinubu.
There's so much flamboyancy around his government, and I'm not comfortable with it. For a man who should be preaching prudence, serious prudence in expenses. Was it not yesterday that we heard that the strategic grain reserves that are exhausted, which was what gave rise to this issue of 150 days grace of importing food items, without paying tax or without paying import duties. So, like I said, we are always in a hurry to react to issues. This government is reactionary. They are not proactive.
All right.
I expect to see a government that is highly proactive, circumspect. Just take actions and let people praise you. Not when people shout and scream. When there's a crisis here, you attend to it. Another crisis there, you attend to it. It means you don't know what you're doing. You're only trying to react to issues, trying to see how you can, and these are usually short-term measures. So for the issue of creating Ministry for Livestock, whatever you call it, I don't think it is necessary.
All right, Incorruptible Sam, I understand that under the previous administration of Buhari, there was this program, if it's still running, the National Livestock Transformation Plan, and then still handling the issue of farmers' herders clashes across the federation. The legislation to ban open grazing has been there. I believe it has passed either first reading at the Senate. Then the president has come up with this particular one. What happens to these ones that have been there and the moves to stop open grazing? And also, is it an addition? Is it trying to tell us that this will help to ensure that the issue of farmers' herders clashes would be obliterated completely in our country?
I said it yesterday that we have businessmen instead of leaders in Nigeria. And that's just it. Businessmen that we occupy a leadership position and start chasing shadows. Leaders are not born, they are made. We have people that, because they came from a very wealthy home, they think they are leaders automatically. No. You pass through processes. How many of our leaders do go trainings? See, you don't need to create any other ministry. We have ministry of agriculture, Abi. What are they doing? I don't need to be a man of 70 years to know the definition of agriculture. Now, if you know the definition of agriculture, you know that it's not only to go to the farm and farm cassava and uproot corn. No. Everything, including this thing that we are discussing now, falls under agriculture.
Agriculture, yes.
And somebody that calls himself a minister, we should have known, getting to that level, you should have known all about agriculture and how to do it, including anything that has to do with livestock. Bill for open grazing shouldn't even be something we'll be discussing. You pass first reading, you check whether it will pass second reading. Unfortunately, we have men that don't know what law is all about in our Senate.
But they are legislators. How come you would say that they don't know what law is all about? They are
legislating what we favor them, not what favors the people. That's why Anthem got passed in 1 week, and we are still talking about this one, open grazing. And every normal human being knows that it's not advisable. It's not even good for you to see cows moving along the street. I said it that last time. The America, the France that our president resides, the Dubai that
our president is in Nigeria. He's in Nigeria. He doesn't reside in France, sir.
The Dubai that Atiku resides, and America that they want to go and invest, UK. They know. Have they seen cows passing along the street? The answer is no. So they know it's a common stuff to do. That means, minister, the person in charge of agriculture has failed. Though we have not gotten anyone so serious. You don't need any ministry to do that. Though, because another ministry needs to be created to favor some people, like I said, business. That's why they are doing this. It has gotten to the point where...
not in the interest of the people.
No, it has gotten to the point where people, unfortunately in Nigeria, we don't resign. This one is enough now for someone to leave office. Creating this ministry, Minister for Agriculture will have said, okay, this is something that
I have failed in my capacity.
I have failed in my capacity.
As the minister of this sector.
I quit. But no, we don't quit. It's so sad. And this thing, other people hearing it outside countries now, like other countries hearing this thing that we are discussing in Nigeria, so shameful. Like Incorruptible Sam, we handle this issue without sweat. When we say help, also, government should support agriculture. It's not only farmers, those ones that go to the farm, even these herders. If they think they need help, maybe you help them acquire acres of land, fence it, help them grow the grass, so that they will be there. That is also a support. That money you use in creating this ministry would have solved the problem of relocating them at a place. The former president, he owns, he rears cow, actually. Yes, that's his business. Maybe that's why he allowed them to be going everywhere. You talk about it look as if you're talking about his business. You want to talk down his business. Once again, we have better followers than leaders in Nigeria. It's so sad.
All right, this conversation is live on Facebook at Rapid Umar here, and also YouTube at Rapid 96.5 FM. Gentlemen, let us come back home as we discuss the launching of interest-free loans for 9,200 Abians today in Abia State. The governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Otti, today will commence the disbursement of revolving interest-free loan to 9,200 beneficiaries from across the 184 wards of the state under the umbrella of the Abia State Cooperatives Support Scheme initiated by the Alex Otti-led administration. This first phase will see 50 beneficiaries each who have been selected. That's number one from the 184 wards of the state receive the revolving interest-free loan to assist them in their different businesses. And according to the government, the ceremony will commence today to ensure that this money goes into people's hands. They talked about 2 billion naira for this particular initiative, Incorruptible Sam. And then this first phase will be handling 50 persons from 184 wards. We've not gotten further information on when the next phase will start and all of that. Your take, and I want sincerity on this because it's about the people.
Yes.
Governance is about the people.
The people.
How did we arrive at this 50 persons?
Yeah.
Number one. How much will be going into the hands of these 50 persons? Number two. Remember that the government told us 2 billion naira. Your take on this current initiative? It's a laudable one, though.
Yeah.
We still have interest in knowing how these numbers arrived.
Yeah, that is obviously a very big one. And I don't know if other media houses will discuss this, but the boldness of Rapid, not because I'm here, I must appreciate this. Because others will prefer reading it out and, the governor has tried. No. If we don't scrutinize, we have failed as leaders because on our own, we are also leaders if we don't know. And as a government I voted in, I would have loved to know how these people and how these people got picked.
We are not doubting. This is a laudable initiative. Everybody even before now had expected this thing to have been in place.
And I wish it to even how many again?
9,200.
I wish we even extend it to more people, if possible, 20,000, because we have so many business owners that needs help. Yes, so it's a big one. It's a good one. But how did we pick these guys? Who we are in charge? I said something about what I noticed when I was in Ibere.
All right. I
said it the last time, and I hope this is not how these guys also got picked. Because if it is those people that added their name in the list, we get percentage. Now
that is those who are computing.
Those ones that helped you to put your names. Name there. Now, out of this 9,000, I'm not saying that these ones they are not the real people. We might have up to 4,000 people that are the true guys that need this money. But also, you see a mixture of, because you know me, then you will add Incorruptible Sam's name because you know Incorruptible Sam. If the money comes, we share. And that's it. That means we have failed with the objective. Why I will tell the governor to be out there. The governor is working with a very youthful deputy. I don't know what his job is anyway. Because in Nigeria, just like the vice president, Shetima will go represent when Tinubu doesn't want to go to. These are the things we have with our deputies. Some deputy governors, you not hear about them.
Emetu.
You not hear about them until the tenure elapses. What is Emetu doing? I think something like this, you can handle it as a youth.
Spearheads it.
Be in charge. Be in charge. Yes, you are not going to be in these wards, but the people you send, are they coming back with evidence that this woman needs this help? This is con era.
That this man needs this help.
Exactly.
This boy needs this help.
This help. They must prove it, if possible. Now, something like this, it will take you time, but you have a car. That the people, our taxpayers' money, fear. Oga, enter street. That is what I call leadership. Now, if you can't get there, use grassroots. When politicians make the statement grassroots, they don't practice it actually. You have people in your villages that you can entrust to do this thing for you. Maybe youth. They should get you these people that needs this help. Do you know that some people the level they are now, they can pack up to 20 bags of rice they are selling. They might leave these guys. These guys are somehow, they can survive. There are people that have bag of rice that they are selling is where they feed from. They feed from there. All their expenses there. The house rent there. These are the ones that you need to give this loan. Now, they are paying back without interest. See, madam, invest this money very well. You are selling this rice and you have customers. Sometimes they will come to your shop. Your rice has finished because you don't have the money to restock. These are the people that need this money. Now, that woman can buy 2 bags of rice with that money, sell, return the money for the government.
And continue the business because of the interest there.
These are the people that need this. Not that man that can stock 20 bags. That one is okay. You can actually, maybe next time, you help people that are already there. This is how to touch lives. And tell me, just give me 2 months. These people are the ones that will circulate it. You don't need media to even announce it. They are the ones that will come announcing it that the governor has helped their businesses. So, and we will now be helping people. That woman from that half bag of rice will pay the children's school fees, feed, pay house rent, and life will continue to live. But if you give it in the hands of these ones that will play politics with it, I know the governor will not be everywhere. But I just want to believe that this money will go to the right people. I said it the last time. Now, if you give me such money, I don't have the business I want to do it, and I will want to keep it somewhere and say, let me think. As I'm thinking, I'm using it to buy fufu and gari to eat. Figures of 1,100 a kg. Then I'll waste the money.
It's very possible.
Don't give
most
it to
especially now that everybody is hungry.
Give it to these ones that have businesses already. Like I said, can you just go do as if you're going to patronize that lady? Ask madam. How is market? Go down. It's easy to do. Go down to these people and ask them questions. Yes, so the bole people, those ones that know how to buy, they can buy. Do you know how costly yam is now in the market? Help these people. That is about these 10,000 that we have heard, or 9,000 something. Who are they? How did we assemble them? Are they the real people that need this money? So many questions to be asked, and I hope at the end we want to hear people that benefited from this loan showing us evidence of what the loan has done in their lives.
All right, Ike, I will come down to you very quickly. While we are discussing this issue, the government has said that, look at, we have 50 persons for this first phase, and we are talking about transparency in the process. How did we arrive at this number? Who and who were picked? What happened? What led to the qualification of these persons? If you actually want to assuage the current situation around the people of Abia State, how did you arrive at this person is qualified and all of that? That is what we want to know. And very, very importantly, how much will be going to this person? That will go into this persons, each of them. How much will be going? How did you? What was the business that you evaluated? That okay, it is because of your business we'll be able to pay you this amount of money or give you this amount of money.
It shouldn't be the
same thing. It shouldn't be the same amount across a board. This person, if he's doing this nature of this business, at least he should have something up or upper than the other person. These are the reasons we are bringing up this issue. We'll continue with this conversation after this break. This is Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics.
Arrive alive. Respect traffic rules. Do not drink and drive. Do not drive and drink. Every life on the road is precious. Drive safely. Be attentive and ensure your journey doesn't become a tragedy.
Stop wawawa on our roads. Nwanne m onye Abia. Mata na ndụ gị dị ndị Abia mkpa. Kwụsị wawawa n'okporo ụzọ anyị. Drive safely.
This message is powered by Abia State Orientation Agency.
Ozia, Sinaka Abia State Orientation Agency. Na-abịara unu.
Wetin you dey hear?
Hooray! Unique Grace Ministries, the Unique Worship Center, cordially invite you to the birthday anniversary celebration of their Bishop-elect, Ugo Wosu, coming forth on the 28th of July 2024. Venue, Church Auditorium at Mbara Umuwaya, off Health Center Road, Amuzuku, Mahia. Time, 9 a.m. prompt. Distinguished guest of honor, Right Honorable Barrister Chief Okeze Kalo, Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, Chairman of the occasion, Honorable Barrister Chineke Chinasa Anthony, member representing Umahia Central Constituency. Guest of honor, Right Honorable Stanley Ohajiruka, Right Honorable Martins Azubike, Honorable Chief Tio Onye Ubani. Spiritual fathers of the day, Archbishop Chibuzo Opoko, Bishop Ugo Wems, and host of others. Come one, come all. It's from gratitude to glory. Courtesy Planning Committee.
It's time to crank it up. We are turning it up on Rapid FM 96.5, the sound of your city.
Let's talk politics, dynamics, and permutations.
It's a concern that we have for our country, Nigeria. So this is beyond partisan politics. Nigeria is on drip. Nigeria is on oxygen. And how can we get out of this? And these are kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example are they showing as leaders of the country?
Let's keep you abreast with happenings in the polity.
I am an employer of the president. I pay the president's salary. I pay the bills of his family. And he must protect me.
All the resources available in this country has to come together at this time to see how best we can move forward. The interest of Nigeria is part of it.
Standpoint.
Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM.
No Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. That's right.
Yeah, welcome back to Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics. This morning, our attention has been on the launching of interest-free loans for 9,200 Abians today. Issues and concerns. While we are still discussing those who actually qualified that made the list of 50 persons at this first phase, the government, through the special assistant to the governor on media and publicity, has said that after today's ceremony, that all the beneficiaries across the 184 wards would subsequently receive transfer alerts afterwards. We didn't see their names and all of that. Our interest is that should we go out there through these communities, can we put our hands on those who are doing the genuine business or businesses to say, okay, you're having deficiency in this area, you don't have the capacity to boost your business, that's why you've been qualified. That's the interest there, Ike.
But we don't have an idea of how much they are going to get individually?
I know it has not been mentioned.
It's not stated?
It's not stated yet.
Okay, well, again, I want to align myself with our... my brother.
If we've traced the amount for each beneficiary, I don't think anything would have stopped us from saying it.
Of course. That's why we're here. We are here to bring issues of concern to public domain. People will need to know. Otherwise, our job is not complete. But just like Sam said, I appreciate the venture. It's a laudable objective from the governor, but our concern will also be how much is involved in terms of how much is going to be disbursed. I also want to believe that Minister of Macro, Small, Medium Enterprises, which probably is involved or is in charge of this direction, is doing their job. Let us believe that they have done their investigations critically to be able to zero in on who are supposed to be the actual beneficiaries. The other day we brought this matter up in passing, and I said, let this issue not end up in the hand of cronies. Let it not be that some politicians want to use it to gratify, those in their lineup, because somehow it appears maybe some politicians, maybe in this particular era, probably may not have had access to some empowerment materials. And then they will want to feast on this to see how that can be done. That would be wrong. Let's believe that the ministry that is in charge in this regard will be able to identify those that are supposed to benefit from this. We are talking about 2 billion. And so let it be properly disbursed. Let it not be such that they'll give you 50,000, which cannot even buy you a bag of...
Ike, are you talking about 50,000 naira?
I'm just talking. I said...
That if you leave this office now with the sum of 50,000 naira and get to, let's say, Dozewe there,
I'm just talking.
You would have had a reduction of 5,000, then balance of 45,000 that would be in your hand.
So if you are looking at, let's say, they're looking at 9,200
Abians.
Maybe if you divide it by 2 billion, you probably know how much individuals each person will be going with. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
But then I'm only trying to drop a note of caution we said, beautiful. Kudos to the governor, Alex Otti, for coming up with this venture. But then let it trickle down to the people it is meant for. It's not for the people that are already well established, like Sam said. Yeah. Let it be the man in the street, the woman in the street.
That reminds us of what Ben Udechukwu said some time ago.
Yes.
Somebody included his name in this kind of a thing, and he said, no, why did you include my name?
Exactly.
I can feed myself, I can feed my
So
family.
there are people who can't feed themselves, who can't even make ends meet, who at the end of the day, look at the woman on the street at night that is roasting corn. You understand? He can't even break even. Sometimes they do that. At the end of the day, they're able to just make a little living. You understand? And then let me also digress a little here by also saying government should also critically look at the issue of agriculture. We understand that they sponsored about 300 people to Nasarawa for one venture or the
program,
other.
Yeah.
Yes, bring them back, expand it, look in that direction. You can empower people to go into agriculture, because that is the rave of the moment, and that is what we need, because we need to feed ourselves. What is happening in Nigeria now has opened our eyes for us to know that every Tom, every Dick, every Harry must go back to the farm. You no longer have to depend on maybe, let's say, those whose business or venture is pure farming. Everybody needs to become a farmer. You understand? So I would have expect government to also look in that direction, see how that area can be opened up. Let it be said that all on the farm, Alex Otti is revolutionizing all on the farm. All on the farm is a village. It's a village. It's a farm settlement built by Michael Okpara of blessed memory. Do you understand? So these are areas we should also see things happening. And let me tell you, if you open up that place, thousands will be employed. Thousands, and then mechanize it. You understand? It could even be a PPP. Government may not bother.
We'll bring in the private sector also.
Bring the private sector, encourage them, give them the enabling environment, open up all the needed assets, and then let's see what they can do. Because we know that some countries, the major state of the economy is agriculture.
Yes.
Countries like even Israel, that converted the desert to arid zones. It is what I've seen myself. It's not here. I've seen it myself. So we would expect such things to happen. That's, by the side. But then let's return back to this and say, fine, good. But then narrow down to the people that the fund is meant for. Let it not end up in the hand of cronies. Let it not end up at the end of the day in private pockets. And then you just use it to play politics. Enough of politics. We appreciate it. This, is okay. But then let's identify those that it is actually meant for. And then what figure or what amount is involved? Because looking at the value of the Naira, there's something you give somebody, it's just, okay, put it in your pocket.
Because the SA has come up to say that they will send a lot after the ceremony today.
There are figures you give somebody, it may not even be enough for transport. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Person would then eat it.
So there are figures. There are some figures you give somebody. A startup figure you give me to trade. Oh boy, what are you doing? This is just for fuel.
All right, I'll come back to you, Incorruptible Sam. How objective and strategic is this initiative? Laudable, though. How objective and strategic? Now let us come down to how to track the performance, so that at the end of the day, to not turn to beer money. You just go to one bar and exhaust it there. The continuity, how do you want to track performance? These people you want to give this money. Has the government put down these measures in ensuring that they follow up, not just to leave money in the hands of those people?
That's why.
What do you think in that direction, sir?
Well, I think I touched a bit of it when I was talking about. I rushed there because at the end of it, if you don't know who you're giving the money and the type of business the person is doing and the location, you're failed. In fact, you have not given the person any money. The person can also deny it that you have not given him any money.
Because nothing to show for.
Yes.
Nothing to prove.
Now, online business is trending now. Even if it is online business, what is the person selling or dealing on online? You need to know. That is before you give the person the money. I don't know when they started this process anyway, but it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. I agree with you. We don't know when they started this process. This process was on and all of that.
It's something that should have taken time
and open.
I will use myself for example. Now, if I happen to be one of those people that you're going to send the money, answer, you don't know the business I'm doing, you're failed though. It will end up just like I said, if you give me that money, it's not even enough. I'll go use them chop. I hope you're not giving these people this money that at the end of the day it will become money that will be for feeding. That is why you need to know their businesses. Now, okay, let's remove online people. You're not online business owners are not among. You want to give it to those people that are physically doing businesses. That means you must know their shops. This 9,200 people or 10,000, you must know their shops, their locations, when they open and when they close, the days they come out for businesses and the days they don't come out. If they don't come out on Sundays,
Since it is a government initiative,
you need to know. That is why you must work with the people that will be on ground always. I said the deputy governor at this point. I don't know whether he's busy doing another thing, but this is the type of job that I would have loved him to. He's a youth, so he will not complain that he's old, that he can't even go out. He can't
continue with your point, Sam, but let's bring in the people.
So
and still find out from them, any of our callers, if he happens to be a beneficiary or not. Someone.
Good.
09160,965 or 09160 333 965. Remember, you can drop your message as well on Facebook at Rapid Umahia and also YouTube Rapid 96.5 FM. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
Good morning, Moses Ben.
Welcome, sir.
Good morning, Incorruptible Sam and Mr. Aiko Bonne.
Welcome.
Good morning, my brother.
Thank you. I'm okay fortunate. I'm calling from Omai.
All right.
Okay, my statement this morning will be very straightforward. Going by the Minister of newly created Minister of Livestock Development. It's just application of ministry. We've been shouting about cutting down the cost of governance. For me, I don't think that very ministry will add anything to reduce or eradicate the herders, farmers' cash. That should be under Ministry of Agriculture. Function as ministry or under Ministry of Agriculture. So that is just it. Let us stop beating around the bush. I mean, our leaders. Let them stop chasing shadow. Face the reality. Now, for the loan in Abia State, my worry has always been, what are the modalities of giving this loan? How are they going to pay? Yes, we have heard that it is free interest loan. But I believe that the governor or his agent should come up to tell us the criteria and the category of people that will receive this money, the criteria of giving out this money, how are they going to pay back? Explain all these things and the effect on the economy. How is it going to bless
all right,
the economy of Abia State? That is my question, and I hope they will respond to some of this when they come online any day. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
Good morning.
You're welcome,
Good morning.
sir.
Good morning, Super Ben. Good morning, 100% Incorruptible Sam.
Welcome.
And Aiko Bunda, our beloved guest.
Welcome.
Amazing.
One of
This
us.
is Onyema from Omaya North.
He's a strong ally.
Yes,
In-house too.
No, you guys are prolific. You are everything. You are realistic, and you keep it rolling. You keep it coming. That's why this is the place to be now.
Thank you.
Today, I want to do spiritual today, but I will toe the line of Super Sam and Incorruptible Sam.
Ike.
My question is the loan, okay, but let us be factual about this. We are barely struggling. We are in a coma state in this country now, economically and otherwise. Everything is just completely grounded. We are grasping for breath. Just like something that the last caller said. What are the modalities for this? Then on my own side, I am looking at on my own side. Why don't you say, I'm giving a grant? If you really want to cushion effects, why don't you give a grant and systematically draft a follow-up whereby these grants are effective, bumper to bumper? Giving a loan so many things are here. And my brother, no disrespect to the governor, but I have a governor who is playing out, dealing with politics, with so many things going wrong. His complaint is just stockpiling, and this is not good for us. This is just only 1 year, and we are grasping for breath at the state level. That is my take.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate your contribution. Good morning. It's good to have you join Standpoint.
Hello, good morning. This is Pastor Erando Tochukwu speaking from Assembly of God Church Shugun Ikwano here.
Welcome.
Yeah, I really thank you guys for the proper analysis which you people are doing in the studio. My take this morning is that Abia State Governor Alex Otti, is playing what I termed as holy politics. Playing very safe.
What do you mean by that? This is the first time I've heard that. Holy politics.
Listen to me, sir. Listen to me, sir. Playing very decent before people, but beneath what is happening, very much moody, that people can't even understand where they are going or where they are coming from. Are you getting what I'm saying?
All right.
Just like this loan of 13 that is supposed to come out for proper analysis. In fact, a statistical table should have been brought out for everybody to analyze. Then after the proper analysis, then in the implementation takes place, just like what the Incorruptible Sam has said. You are giving people to people that nobody knows their names. Even the list of these people are supposed to be out for everybody to see. And today they are hosting a ceremony. At the end of the day, we will be told how many millions that has been spent for today's ceremony while people are going hungry. That is why I call it holy politics.
All right.
Thank you so much, and God bless.
We appreciate your contribution. A very good morning to you and welcome to the program.
Hello, good morning, Mr.
Welcome. Please be audible.
Okay, I say Chichi calling from Ubakalau.
It's good to have you.
And now, listen, this 9,200, I want to ask, since if truly they want to get to the grassroots, what then will work on mayor? Because even the deputy governor cannot get to the grassroots.
Yeah.
But for me, the mayors should get to the grassroots and then give their report to the deputy governor who will forward it to the government. And now, not just all about giving these people this money. Let's just be honest now. Things are hard, things are difficult in Nigeria. Can you first of all enlighten them even before giving them the money? Because if they are not being enlightened, even though say you know my shop, I can relocate tomorrow. That is just it. If you know my village, I can relocate tomorrow, and you cannot come and arrest the whole villager. That is it. So the first thing I don't know if they have done the enlightenment. Now, if they have done the enlightenment, there should be constant monitoring to know if this money is truly being put in. And you know that the deputy governor cannot do it. So they should just go back to the mayors. Then the mayor should mobilize people that will come, be moving around to monitor these people that are being given the loans. Because I believe these ones are still the taxpayers' money. So, the mayors go and mobilize those that will be monitoring these people that are beginning in your own local government. Then you give your report back to the deputy governor who will forward it to the governor. That is all I have to say. Though me, I have not heard of it, so I don't know. Maybe if you can't listen.
All right. Thank you so much, Chichi. We appreciate 091600965. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
Good morning, Moses Ben.
You're welcome, sir. Your name and location.
Who say man no there's a name I'm calling from. Good morning, Corruptible Sam and Iko.
Welcome, my brother.
Welcome.
Please, you can still add a controversial to me as a name. I want to disagree with some of the things we talk about the ministry that Mr. President created. You know, to be in leadership is not an easy thing. Moreover, if peradventure that the creating Ministry of Livestock will stop these killings in the north, in the south, in the east, all the part of Nigeria, is a welcome development. I am not saying that maybe the Ministry of Agriculture may not have handled it, but most times government, they listen to security advice. The advice might be coming from the security apparatus of this country, or security special advisors might have advised Mr. President to have a ministry called Livestock. Yesterday, I said that they should give it as an Igbo man to handle it as a minister for livestock. And if peradventure maybe this thing happens during Buhari administration, people like some of us here will be saying that it is a way to Islamize Nigeria, it's a way to make this. I am not saying that maybe we don't have, but it's still going to create opportunity for people to be employed, to be work under that Ministry of Livestock. So that is number one. Number two, the loan of a thing is very, very laughable as far as I'm concerned. You are talking about giving Abias, it's 1 billion. I don't know what people are saying it's 2 billion. It's what I heard on radio is 1 billion naira loan given to Abias. We talk about the modalities. We talk about how many persons, 8 peradventure, how much they are going to receive and how they are going to pay it back. And some people will be thinking that it's a grant. It's just for a free. Maybe if you are giving 10,000 or 20,000 naira, what will 20,000 naira buy in the market if you have to establish a business? So I expected the governor or the government of Abia State to channel that money in something. We have Golden Guinea. We have some monobank companies in Nigeria and Abia State, in Aba and Oma here. Since those things these are one of the things he used in campaigning, that is going to revive Golden Guinea, that is going listen to his own campaign promises when they were asking him on radio stations. So telling us that you're going to give 10,000 or 20,000 naira to petty traders or to poorest of the poor. How many of us are going? Things are very, very difficult. It's better the CNG bus that you talked about up till now, we've not seen it. The 2 billion that was given before now, he told us that he was sitting in bank. I hope it's not it's Nature Bank. So all we are saying is the government should look inwards instead of disbursing this money. And these people, these other elderly persons may think that it's free. They should know that incorrigible Sam. Use it and tell them they should know that it's going to be paid back. It's not maybe
all right,
money that they've been taking there.
Your time is up. Thank you so much.
Thank you and God bless.
Okay, $1 billion. Kingsley has to verify that information. I thought the Commissioner for Information gave us 2 billion naira. Well, it's billion naira. You're welcome. Good morning. Please make it snap.
All right, good morning.
Your name and location. You're welcome to the program.
My name is Mr. Ben Oti.
Ben Oti. Are you the brother of our dear Governor, Alex Oti?
Not at all.
Okay, you're welcome. Please go on. That was by the way, please.
All right, the truth is that the loan of exchange they're talking about is a welcome development to the states. The people that will receive the loan, we are properly verified. You understand? So I know about the loan of exchange. So
how do you know?
I know it's to help the masses. They call it nano business owners. So it's for them to enhance their business. Those that are doing business before now, to increase whatever thing they are doing before. That's the essence of the loan. We are not giving it for fresh traders. We are giving it for those that have been in business before now. That's the reason why they are doing the loan. So it's the welcome development for the states.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your contribution. Well, I believe clarity will be carried out on this issue, gentlemen. We'll be having a linked interview with the special advisor to the governor on media and publicity, Ferdinand, this morning after news lights at 10 o'clock. So stay glued to your radio station, being rapid. Ferdinand will answer these questions this morning, I believe that. Gentlemen, this is how far we can come on to this edition of the program. Incorruptible Sam, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Hi, Kubunaya. Thank you. Our sincere apologies if we do not take your calls. But just keep listening. Good morning.